How you doing, boss?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'd like to be seeing you under better circumstances.
I understand. I understand. Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
What can I do for you, my friend? Watched your video.
I'm not quite sure at this point.
Okay.
I'm torn between filing a complaint
Okay.
or seeing if this officer will admit what he did was wrong and apologize to me on camera. And that'll make all this go away.
I'd have to check with the sheriff on that and everything. I can tell you by our policy, he should identify himself.
He should have. When he was at my door, before I even turned on the camera, I asked for identification. Nobody would identify. They arrested Joe, which I was cool with everything up until the point.
Joe was somebody related to you, had a warrant, I guess?
He's not. He's my brother from another mother.
Okay.
We've known each. We've been best friends for 40 years.
Okay.
If you can relate to that, I don't know if you've got anybody like that in your life, but he's the one person in my life that has never betrayed me. Let's put it that way. Okay. He's the one friend I got from back then. Yeah, he's not always clean. Okay, but Joe is who he is. Okay. The man saved my life in prison.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
Somebody you care about.
And obviously cares about me, because even if we wasn't in the same institution, he was protecting me, being who he's associated with. Okay, so I was under protection no matter what prison I went to, and I owe him.
Yeah, you get it?
So he lives with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I was cool with everything up until I turned on the camera, walked out my door. I got the first one, no problem. They left. I've got no issue with them. I have their names, but I'm not gonna. I have no desire to even mention them in my videos, so I haven't. They did nothing. They did their job. They got the hell out of there. Mr. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Bauhower.
Bauhower. I've been butchering it all weekend then. So
Chad Bauhower.
him. He was obviously the lead. Ryan Stanley, I think, looked scared. He looked as scared as I was, to be honest with you.
Is that the other? I don't know.
That's the other officer. Okay. He's out of Clyde, Ohio.
Okay.
I've got a complaint already filled out and ready, but I'm going to have to go down there to file it.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting on doing a road trip when I can clear my schedule to go down there and do it. So I'm not just picking him because I can get to him. I'm going to cover the whole board. And I'm asking them the same thing I'm asking here. Okay? So I go out and I start recording. And at this point, I'm not detained. He hops out of, both of them hop out of the car, him first. And then I start going towards my driveway. Okay. Because that's that driveway you're looking at, that's the church's driveway. Okay. It's in between my house and the church. And like I said, all I wanted was a tag number, which I have every right to do. So he chased me around the house.
Who chased you?
Chad chased me around the house.
Okay.
I mean, the first words out of his mouth is, "Charlie, you're harboring a fugitive. You're under arrest." Well, I knew I wasn't guilty of this. Nobody knew Joe had the warrant. Joe didn't even know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It just came out February 1st.
Right.
So none of us knew. And if we knew, we would have known. We would have made arrangements to take care of it. Obviously.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know me. You know what I've been through. I don't break the law, dude. I go out of the way to obey the law. From using turn signals, from my drive, everything I do. I don't want to go back to jail. Okay? And as long as I follow the law, I'll do that. I followed the law. He didn't. He threatened to arrest me for a crime I didn't commit, or I wasn't guilty of, and he knew I wasn't. He said he needed to ID me because he needed to know why Joe was staying there. You know, which he doesn't need to know anything. I don't have to tell him anything. I'm under no obligation to. When I walked out of my house, I wasn't detained. How do I go from being detained, not being detained, to being detained because I'm filming his plate number on properties that I have permission to be on, or my own property? I don't understand it.
And we can look at all that, and we can take a complaint from you. We can look at the conduct of the whole thing. If that's what you'd like us to do.
This can affect somebody's job, which I'm not looking to do. I know he's got kids. I've investigated him a little bit. I'm not out to do him any harm.
Yeah, please. Yeah, be
I'm
careful
not.
with that.
I'm not. I will never publish any of his personal information.
I appreciate it.
I might say, hey, I've got it, but I'd never publish it, and I'd never do any harm to him. I'm battling with myself doing this, whether I want to file a complaint or whether I want an apology.
You want to take this complaint with you?
And then if here's
Think
what
about it?
I'll give you my card. If you want to take it, we'll talk to him. And if he's willing to do that, we'll work it out. If he isn't, then you can file your
I basically want him to know what he did was wrong. He could lose his job for it. He could get sued for it.
Mm-hmm.
He could lose everything he owns. Because once you violate my constitutional rights, your precious immunity, qualified immunity is gone. We both know that. You know that. I'm not dumb. I know what I'm doing. And I really don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ruin his life. But in the same frame, I don't want him to ruin mine.
Yeah.
And he's got more of an opportunity to ruin my life than for me to ruin his.
Have you ever dealt with him before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've never seen the man
He doesn't
before.
have any vendetta against you?
And I don't have one against him. Even now, I don't have one against him. Really, what I want is I want an acknowledgement that he knows he was wrong in what he did.
You know, sometimes that occurs in law enforcement if an officer follows somebody or they're always watching them or people feel they're being badgered by a certain officer.
I hadn't said anything to him.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not that case.
You saw it. Yeah, I was running my mouth, but I was talking to the camera. I wasn't talking to any officers. If you look at the video, did you see the end of it?
I think I watched everything.
At the very end, after they tell me I'm free to go, which means I'm free to go anywhere I want, right? On my property or property that I'm allowed to be on, right? He can't stop me, right? He's still trying to stop me from filming the plate. You're pushing your luck. You're going to be under arrest. You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. He was wrong from Jump Street.
I understand. Well, and like I said, you file a complaint and we will look at all that. I can give it to you. We'll reach out to him.
I can help and get the top part done,
We
and
can
if
fill
you
the top
want to
part
do
out,
the narrative,
and then
you
we
can
can
do
do the
it.
narrative, and
It's up to you.
you know we're all about transparency.
Let's do this. Let's do the complaint. You talk to him. You talk to your sheriff. We'll see if my resolution is okay with everybody.
Mhm.
And we'll go from there.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah, we'll have to take it.
You got we can either do the complaint now and put it on hold, or I could take it with me
Okay.
and you give me a call back when
Mm-hmm.
you have more information.
We have some more information. Give me at least till through today.
I don't want a lawsuit.
Okay.
I mean, I could use the money. I'm a broke motherfucker, but you know what I mean? Man, I don't want to do that. That's more of a hassle to me than what it's worth. Even if I get 75, 100 grand, it's a freaking hassle, you know? And just one thing to point out, you know, I live with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of my mother. You know, I'm not just living there for free. I work. You got my card. This is what I do. You know what I mean? I work. My mom can't live there without me. As far as taking care of the house, down to getting groceries, to cleaning house, to whatever, man, to paying bills, man. She needs all that from me.
Right. You help mom out.
If I was to go to jail for even a week or two, that's going to cause a whole lot of issues in my household
Right.
that I don't need, especially when I'm doing nothing but obeying the law.
I understand. And
Let me ask, you've seen the video pretty much from start to finish. Did you see anything I did wrong?
I only watched bits and pieces. I want to sit back and really analyze it. And I only watched it briefly, real quick, because when you told me about it, and I said, well, let's get some things started. I thought you were coming in. Let me sit down today and really watch it, go through everything, and I'll get a hold of you. Let me look at everything. I want to look at the whole video, look at what you said, what they said, see what happened. Now I've got at least your side of it, kind of like you were just out there filming after. I didn't realize
After
they
the
had
fact.
already made the arrest. And,
Here's what happened before the camera turned on, okay? Me and Joe sitting on the couch,
okay.
smoking, getting our groove on, you know, watching. I think I was watching the race. I think the race was on. Something was on. I don't know. Sitting there watching TV, messing with the dogs and the cat. I see him out. I see law enforcement out in my front yard at the window. So before they even knocked on the door, I go to the door, put the chain on the door, and I open it. Who the fuck you looking for? I apologize for my language. That's the way I speak. You know, and I want you guys to know exactly what went on. I asked him, who the fuck you want? Joe Barnes. Closed the door. I looked at Joe. I said, Joe, man, task force is out here for you. He got up. He said, fuck it, let's go. I took the chain off, opened the door. Joe went out, got arrested, took him to the car. I stood there for a few seconds, and I asked for names and badge numbers. And I think the guy from immigration, said his name, but I couldn't tell you what it is. You know what I mean? If they would have said their names, 2 or 3, you know, a couple of them, I'd have left it alone and probably wouldn't have got my camera. You know what I mean? So they arrest Joe. They're taking him to the car. All 4 of them are out by the car now.
Okay.
I close and lock the door. I go from the front door in the living room into the back room. I tell my mom what happened, and I go in and get my camera, my phone. I come out of the bedroom. I go out the front door, and the car they put Joe in, which was it looked like a state trooper car. It was silver. It was an Explorer.
I think I've seen it on the
Right. I go behind. I get the plate number. I said some shit that probably wasn't cool. Okay, whatever. So I go, and they're parked in the back, in the backyard.
church. Was that the church?
It's right next. It's the church driveway. My backyard was right there. That's where it was parked. Okay. So they go over this way. They're both in their vehicles, Stanley and Bauhower. They're both in the vehicle, and I'm walking towards them, getting the plate. I'm probably 25 feet from them. They get out of the car. Charlie, you're harboring a fugitive. You're under arrest. So I start hightailing it around the front of the house. I'm going to go inside the house and lock the door. Chad chases me around the house. Between the 2 of them, I don't actually know who it was. I think it was Stanley. They tackled me at the walkway, right by the trees. And it just went bad from there. You see what happened. I don't need to explain it.
Let me look into it. I'll give you that. You've got my card.
You know, somebody told me one time that you were nothing but a mouthpiece. I disagree.
Try to get to the bottom of it.
No, I disagree. I think you really care about what you're doing. Like I said before, neither one of you. I don't get any bad vibes from you, man.
Try to do the right thing.
You know what I mean? And that's all I can ask. That's all I can
A
ask.
long time.
Yeah, try to do the right thing.
Right.
You know?
And I appreciate that.
If we make a mistake, we're gonna own it.
How come you haven't retired, dude?
Soon.
Man, go buy a couple Harleys, man, and a hot rod.
He's getting close.
What's your plans for retirement? I'm just curious.
What's that?
Because I can never actually retire. I'm gonna have to work all my life.
I'm worried about it. We're talking about it. This is, I gotta do something.
He's used to working. Now he's gonna go home. And
I mean, what do you got any hobbies or anything?
Hobbies. He likes to travel and likes working on his house.
Well, I hope this doesn't happen anytime soon. But my ultimate retirement plan is I'm gonna continue to work doing this because I like doing it because it's easy money. And plus, I can help a lot of people. You know, I can save them a lot of money, and it's good for everybody. But I wanna get a travel trailer or build a travel trailer out of a old bread truck or something, or a cargo trailer. I want to build. I might if I find the right one, I might buy a regular RV. But I want to travel to all the NASCAR tracks.
Oh, there you go.
You watched the races, did you?
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Flip the guy.
Oh yeah. I like him too, man.
But that'd be fun. That's a heck of a circuit right there with the people.
I tell you what, if I would have been brought up just a little different, that's what I'd be doing, buddy. Yeah. All I needed was a push in that direction when I was a kid, man. Because, I mean, I've been all about cars since I was a baby. You know, I Hot Wheels that would fill this whole table, man. You know what I mean?
As a kid, that was our thing. Man.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like them orange tracks. Them hurt your butt, man.
Yeah.
And parents like to use them for switches.
Yeah. Yeah. When we used to have the long mountain, and the cars would race down, and the flag would drop.
Hill, make it go down.
Yeah. That was the thing.
Because you and me are probably about the same age.
51.
I'm 54. You're probably a little older than both of us, but 63.
Yeah, but we grew up around the same time with the same toys and the Eva Knievel guys. And
Yeah, I had him.
yeah, you know.
I had one. The one thing I always wanted, man, was a big wheel.
A big wheel.
I always wanted. I never got one.
Yeah, a big wheel.
Oh, I used to ride everybody else's though.
Remember the green one? I used to have the green one. Harley. I just seen the thing. Harley made one, a rendition of an adult big wheel with the thing. And it's like $70,000, but it looks pretty cool.
Where did you end up going to school when you went?
For what, this?
High school.
Oh, high school. I started out in Macomber and ended up at Jefferson Center.
Yeah,
I was trouble.
In
In between, I went to Eisenhower Junior High. I was in a group home out there. I don't know if you know Doug Lee.
Okay.
He runs a group home. He's now he's out in Swanton.
Eisenhower out there in Jerusalem.
Doug and Sylvia Lee. They work with kids.
Okay.
And they've helped out. They've helped probably.
Out there by Bono years ago.
They've helped out literally thousands of kids like me. You know what I mean? And they're actually still doing it. He's in his 70s.
Still doing it.
Still doing it,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Someone who cares about
We
the
try to do
kids.
the right thing here, man.
We do.
I really believe that.
We do. That's why we'll definitely get to the bottom of it, and we'll reach out to him.
Like I said, I'm not opposed to filing a complaint and taking the hard way. But I'd rather have this go easy for everybody. You know, like I said, I know he's got kids, he's got a family, just like I do. Even though it might be a little different, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's got people to take care of, and people depend on his paycheck.
Right.
I'm not after his paycheck. I just want him to know that what he did was wrong. In my eyes, from start to finish. I need him to know that. I need him not to repeat that to some other poor sucker. You know, what if it happened if I would have pissed him off just enough to arrest me for that?
I understand.
You know, he could destroy my life and my mother's life and my kids' life.
People count on you. I totally get it.
You know, for just trying to take his tag number.
He's
Dude,
got a really clean record too.
You know what? I believe it.
He's only had one little thing in his whole career.
What was it for? Just curiosity. I'm not going to publish it.
He got a warning. He got a warning for talking to a superior.
Yeah, probably insubordination charges or discourteous treatment.
And
How long's Chad been?
That was an OA.
How long has he been? The show was started?
I mean, I seen him on Facebook, man. He's got a lot of stuff that he does that is good for the community. You know, I'm not knocking that, man. But you can't do that, dude. He could have literally blew his career, man. If this don't go the right way, he might have. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't go there. I don't want it to go there. But if I don't get satisfaction, and like I said, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. I'm not asking a whole lot.
Let me run it down. Let me watch everything, and then I'll reach out to you this afternoon.
If I did something wrong, I want to know.
Yeah, I will, and I'll tell you. Let me look at everything.
And the only thing I can think of that maybe I did wrong, and I don't believe it is I ran. And I don't think I was wrong for that because, number one, I wasn't suspected of a crime. He was leaving he was leaving. He was leaving. They was in their cars and they was leaving.
Was there any time that you were disorderly, or could you have been arrested for a disorderly
He hasn't
conduct?
seen it yet, so we'll have to watch it.
I haven't seen it. Were you like,
Before they got out of the car, no.
I mean, were you cursing at him or in the public outside there?
I was in the public. Yes, I was cursing. There was no complaining. There has to be a complaint. There has to be a complaint. I know this. I can't cuss you out and you arrest me for it. That can't happen. You're a public servant. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm sorry, but I know I'm right. I'm not trying to disrespect either one of you. I've got much respect for both of you at this point. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I did, but it was after it was after. You see it. Watch the video.
Yeah, we're gonna
Watch
it,
the
take a
video,
look
man.
at it, and
Watch the. That's
we'll
all I
sit
can
back
say.
and watch it, and
Yeah, it got loud. Nobody from the church came out and complained. Nobody from across the street came out and complained. It happened right in my front yard. You know what I mean? It didn't start out very loud. He said, "Charlie, you're harboring a fugitive. You're under arrest." And I leave me the fuck alone. Fuck you, leave me alone. That was the first words out of my mouth, I believe. To them, fuck you, leave me alone. And I started walking to my yard. They started chasing me. I ran around to the front, and they got me on the ground. I was never put in cuffs or anything.
They never put cuffs on you?
No.
then you were released, right? I think I saw.
After my mom came out, yeah, after a few minutes. I believe, number one, if I hadn't been filming, and number two, if my mother hadn't come out, the video would have come up missing somehow, and I would have been taken to jail. That's what I believe would have happened. Maybe not. Maybe not, but his attitude kind of changed when my mom came out about taking me to jail. He was pretty adamant on taking me to jail for harboring a fugitive. No, you're not going to get that.
Let me look at it, Charlie. I'll get with you.
And I don't think my mom was too happy with him either. You know anybody who needs any work, man?
I will.
I'll beat anybody's estimate
Okay.
as long as they're legitimate, because I do work through a legitimate company,
Okay.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Okay.
His name's on all my receipts for where I get equipment for.
All right.
And the equipment's under warranty, and I guarantee my work for a year.
Can you do boilers too? Is that tough? Boiler heat tough?
Is that what you got?
No, I'm just, a buddy of mine has one. I think he's having some problems. So I don't know, is that a tough one?
I haven't really had a whole lot of experience. I took the course obviously because I went to school for it, but it's not something I'm proficient in.
Yeah, because I heard that's a whole different animal, ain't it?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, a lot of it's the same, but a lot of it's different.
Yeah, he's got an older home in Yellow West End, and I heard that's tough. Getting those boilers and stuff.
I mean, we could tear that boiler out, but
With regular efficiency.
is it a 2-story?
Yeah.
You have to find some way to get upstairs.
Ductwork, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
See, I just did one of those recently where they took out a boiler over on the east side,
Yeah.
over on East Broadway, but they was doing other work too. They was refabbing the house, so they had walls tore out,
Just open that grand
and
ductwork.
they had this one that was a closet, and I took that closet, and I not only used it for a return, but I ran my supply duct up into the attic,
Okay.
and then I laid the trunk out,
Yeah.
and then I took flex off that and ran to the bedrooms and the bathrooms and everything.
Oh, that worked out.
And then everything else was down in the basement because they had a basement. And I just went in the crawl space with a trunk, man, and flexed it all out from there.
I'll let him know. If he's going to pull it out, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll pull it out of there and take it away too.
All right. Thanks,
I'll
Charlie.
get out of there somehow, man.
I appreciate it, sir.
I appreciate
All
you,
right,
man.
sir.
I'll be, take your time.
Give me a day or two. Let me talk to some people. Let me watch this real good, and then we'll take a look at it.
I thank you, sir.
All right, sir. Be careful.
Thank you for your service, both of you.
You too.
Stay safe. Hey, I got one more question. The reports from this, where do they go? Reports from this case.
U.S. Marshal Service, because he's on the task force.
Even though it was a sheriff's department.
When we request a report from him, if we open up an investigation, then we'll have a report from him. But the task force officers don't report to us, so we get his report, but everything else will go to the marshals.
So I can get Chad's report though.
If we're going to open a full investigation, I'll get a full report on what he did. Right now, he fills reports up to the task force only because he's on.
So if I was, they probably wouldn't give me one anyway. But
You can ask. I don't know what the marshals information for him.
if I wanted one of those, that's where I would go, right?
Yes, you have to get the reports from the
I
marshals.
might have to go over Alex's head. Me and him kind of bumped heads. I went over his head.
Did you?
Yeah, I've already talked to his boss,
Yeah,
and he knows it because his boss called him.
Yeah. I mean, and Alex just seems to be pretty, I don't know Alex well, but he seems pretty decent to work with.
He actually, I kind of feel bad about the way I treated him, but he was just saying, everything they did was okay. You know what I mean? Which you expect from a tyrant. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of people, auditors and stuff out there that say Where's I going with that? Getting old, man.
No, I know. Me and you both.
Let me give you an example. The blue line. A lot of auditors and people consider that a cop gang symbol. You know, because it's desecrating the American flag.
Okay. Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah. It should be.
And if it's on the public's cars, those are our cars, not your cars. Those are our cars. We pay for them.
Absolutely.
When they're on our cars, when the flags are hanging in our buildings, on our flag poles, you know what I mean?
Right. People get offended by that.
People do get offended, and it's not just me.
Yeah, there's veterans I've seen that get offended.
Yeah.
Fought for it. I get it.
That's like I met somebody yesterday, and he was obviously a cop because he's a biker, and Iron Dogs. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're in Ohio somewhere too, but they're up in Michigan, and I talked to him because of our common interest in motorcycles, but he had the blue line on, flag on his. So I guess they're a group of law enforcement officers or ex-law enforcement officers, paramedics, stuff, you know, what is it, first responders, stuff like that, and a few outsiders. I don't know if I want to ride with you or not, dude. You know what I mean? Well, what I would do, I gave him my card, and he said he'd give me a call sometime, maybe for a ride or something.
Very cool.
But I kind of like to sit down with him one-on-one and tell him what I do on the side, you know, as extracurricular activity, just so there's no secrets, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
Maybe not. I know a lot of officers. Old man Donnie didn't appreciate me. Hemick, or the old man out there, man. He's an old man. He works probably second or third shift. I was out there filming license plates, and he got my face.
Oh, you're talking
Doug, yeah.
Doug retired.
That Grouch.
Doug retired.
Oh, he's just driving his old lady, man. Is he married?
Yes.
Oh, she's still with him? Oh, my God.
Yeah,
dude, I feel sorry for her, man.
Yeah, he retired. He said, I feel sorry for her.
I feel sorry for him, man. He's fucking miserable, man. What the hell?
He's a character.
Yeah, he was.
He was a character.
We had it out front, man.
Yeah. But that worked out good. I mean,
it worked out good for both. Yeah. I got introduced to you.
Yeah, we got to repair.
Now your buddy over here at TBD, Michael Smith.
Yeah.
I ain't got much respect for him, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. Let me get this, my friend.
I'm gonna peel out of here, man.
I'll see you.
I'll wait for your call, man. Thanks.
Okay.
Do you have paperwork? They actually had paperwork. I'll be right with you.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Oh.
That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. Hey, bud. You give this to your partner here?
Okay, I'll make
Thanks,
it.
man.
You're welcome. Have a good day, okay?
You too, man. Give me a call, man. I got guys that do cleanouts and stuff too, man. If you got any rentals and stuff.
Okay.
Hello. All right, man. Let's see if we're still recording. Yes, we are. So that didn't go too bad. I don't know. I should probably go through with the whole thing, but I don't know, man. I've been given a chance here and there. Everybody deserves a chance. Anyway, it is what it is. More to come when there's more to say. Chuck with the magic truck, man. Toledo News Now. Y'all have a great day.